Hey, what's happening, everybody? Today we're looking at this 2021 International MV 607 built with a fuel tank on it. Who's that handsome devil right there? This is a beautiful truck. I'm going to take you around it, show you what it's got. Gorgeous body on it, oil tank. Let's just climb up here and see what's going on up here. Anything good? I don't know much about how these things work, but that's what it looks like on the top for anyone interested. So, polished aluminum tank. Got battery access right here. And nice buyer's toolbox. These things are sharp as hell. These little things like diamond plate here, these things add a ton of just aesthetic to a nice body. Aluminum wheels. This is kind of cool. The bodies actually goes on both sides, so most of the ones I've seen, the hose comes out on one side. This one's set up so that you can run the hose either direction. My guess is you kind of leave it hanging in the middle, and then if you need to, you can grab it from that end or this end. Plus, it looks like it looks really cool, and that's the most important thing. Again, polished aluminum all over this thing. We're just painting the cab on this. I like painted bodies, but it's hard to argue with a freshly painted or a freshly buffed out and polished aluminum tank, because you can see for miles in these things. Oh, this is interesting. Oh, that's cool. So that's where all the pump controls are. Although over here, this is probably just locked, no? So if you have to pump from this side, I guess you have to run the hose and then actually control it from the driver's side, which you would think they would put controls on both sides too. But I'm sure that it's just probably expensive. This must be to bleed the oil or water or whatever is stuck in there. Well thought out little design here. That's kind of cool. This must be to drain the top, I'm guessing, because these hoses run into the top of the tank, not inside the tank, but just to that top catwalk. So this must be to drain the water off of there. I really like these wheel covers, mud flaps, splash guards, whatever you want to call them. And this is actually from our good friends over at Liberty International. Here's a little plug for them at Liberty International in Manchester and Barrington. Great guys. We've been doing work for them for many, many years. This color I just really like on these trucks, and I always try to just look at how pretty it is under there, you know. I just love the design aspect on a lot of these things. You know, I'm sure that they choose these colors for very specific reasons, but I guess it's just a added bonus that they look nice. I like to leave these when we paint them. I like to leave them this color and leave all that stuff that color to help break it up a little bit, break up the color scheme a little. Got a single exhaust right there. When the exhaust is underneath these steps, so it hides a lot of the DEF components, compliance components. I'm not a huge fan of these pedestal mirrors. I think they look a little funny, but what I do think is really cool is they kind of add like a texture here. So this side is obviously super shiny. They add a little texture here, and what that does is it just makes it so that the sun doesn't reflect into your eyes as the driver, which I think is just very smart. It's really awesome that, you know, people put that much thought into something like a mirror that most of us just take for granted. Let's pop this open here. Hood open, super smooth. It's very light. In here we have a Cummins B6.7, which has 325 horsepower, 750 foot-pound of torque. So antifreeze. There's this power steering fluid. There, easy access, easy to get into the lights. Easy access, and actually I like these kind of hard ones. Sometimes you have like a rubber pull one that I just don't think works as well, and a lot of sand gets into them and kind of gums them up. Just sucks. I hate them. Then over here, it looks like most of the, you have your windshield wiper fluid, and then you can get a nice looking visor for these too. That looks really good. Close that. And let's head in. They redesigned their handles in the last couple of years, and I like the look of these compared to the old ones. I just like them. They look good. Again, breaking up the cab with some different colors. You got the mirrors, the rubbers. I just think it's well designed. I think it could use, I don't know, a little something to make it stand out, because it is kind of a very generic looking truck. But I do think that the designs and the upgrades they've made in the last couple of years have been substantial. Now, I know a lot of people have been talking about these interiors, saying that, you know, this isn't what a truck should look like or whatever. It does look like a car. But I think that, one, the interior looks really nicely uncluttered and streamlined. You don't have a lot of extras and fancy kind of designs and stuff. I'm sure that you can get them, but I just like the way this interior looks. Black, it looks really clean. This is something to do with some kind of printer, I believe, for the oil truck. But all leather seats. The two-tone leather? I think it is. Yeah, it is. Two-tone leather seats. Lots of headspace, lots of storage space up there. Place for your radio. That way you can see how pretty you look. And a second one, oh, that must be so you can go like this and then go like that. So that way you really can't see anything. So pop those back in. And I'm guessing it also does that on the other side. The door itself looks really good. Again, I mean, it's kind of, I guess you would call it plain, but I think that is more like utilitarian. Like, it got what you need. It doesn't have a lot of extra stuff going on. This cluster is really nice. Let's see if we can maneuver around a little bit. Gauges. I noticed I don't have any available gauges in this one. Oh, that's kind of cool. Speedometer. Voltmeter. This will let you know if there's anything going on in your vehicle. You can shut the display off if you want. And then this is just your normal trip with your speed and your miles. So, pretty cool. Phone and Bluetooth enabled. Cruise control. Radio that actually is really seamless into the dashboard. Some of them look kind of awkward. Some of them use like a like aftermarket Kenwood or whatever, and it looks like they made this specifically for this, and it looks really nice in that. Down here you got your USB charger, 12-volt charger, cup holders, cigarette lighter. Although smoking cigarettes in an oil truck, I don't know. Cigarette lighter, cigarette ashtray. A shelf that I'm assuming will probably get really gross and full of change. So yeah, that's it. International MV. 2021 MV 607. I hope you guys found this video helpful, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day.